You see my Vodagers are routing. I have my Grenadiers coming across the water there. They're going to advance their elite foot guards across the water. Here comes a cavalry charge from the British Dragoons. I did get some shots off there at the last minute, but considering how weak this Fusiliers unit was, and I'm down to maybe about a quarter strength right now, they're quickly going to get me to rout. You see my Young Guard unit coming around the water there. Here's my my other Cheval Lancers unit. I'm going to crash them into the side of this this Foot Guards unit. It is an elite unit, and it's not a great, melee advantage for me here with my cavalry, but I'm just going to give them a quick shot, and I'm basically just disrupting the British lines right here until I can get some reinforcements into the area. And you can see my horse unit took some heavy casualties, and they're going to rout. But you see what this did? This let me get my Grenadiers established across the water. They weakened some of these units, especially this elite Foot Guards unit. And I'm going to go ahead and melee my Grenadiers in line into this unit. Even though they are fighting an elite unit, they're severely depleted, and my Grenadiers are very good in melee as well. So I'm going to win this little scrap right here. You can see I'm pushing up my Vodagers. They haven't been in the battle yet, but they're just getting involved. And you can see I brought this Young Guard unit up around the water again after they had routed. Now, they're not an effective fighting force right now because they're so depleted, but they did force the British to bring that one unit over to face them, and that bought me some time. It allowed me to pull up my Vodagers to get my Grenadiers in the fight here. And you can see my Vodagers were able to get that unit to rout, and I'm quickly gonna throw my Vodager fire onto this foot unit. And you can see a cavalry charge right here by the British. That is a Dragoon unit, and I'm quickly going to form square here. My square came... Actually, this is not where I formed square. This is where my Grenadiers are just going to hand-to-hand melee fight with them right now. Slowing them down a little bit. It enabled me to get my Fusiliers of Line unit in position here, and I'm going to quickly throw them into square. And they're going to do a great job of thwarting this cavalry attack. And while my Grenadiers are mixing it up with this first unit just in the distance there, I'm going to be able to get some shots on them as well. So by forming into square there at the last minute, that really helped me out against that cavalry charge. You can see my Vodagers right here doing a great job firing on this King German's Legion Lightfoot unit. I'm not really sure what their characteristics or statistics are. I'm going to have to look them up. But you can see I'm getting fired on from the side from this other unit. But since I'm so close to routing that unit in the middle, I concentrated my fire there and then quickly spun my guys around to face this other unit, which is pretty close to routing. I was able to train my artillery onto this unit over here as well. So that's really going to help my Vodagers out. They should have to just fire a few shots. And you can see right here, this unit's very close to routing, and there's no way they're going to win this firefight with my Vodagers. So right here, my opponent decides to melee rush them in. But in taking fire from the Vodagers and in getting some of that artillery fired at them, they're going to rout pretty quickly right there. So we're down here to our last bunch of units. I have a Fusiliers of Line unit. I have my Vodagers. I still have my General Staff, and I have my two artillery units. You see here a very depleted foot unit and a very depleted rifle unit for the enemy. And you can see me firing some howitzer artillery onto this unit over here. It's my artillery à cheval. And you can see my unit is just about half strength right here. And they're quickly going to rout there. And this is a key point in the battle because this just leaves my Vodagers as my last infantry unit against these two units of British plus their general staff. So in a moment here we're going to see a decisive moment in the battle. So right here there's a foot unit and a rifles unit against my Vodagers. And you can see my artillery à cheval. firing on some of those units there. And you can see my general staff. I pulled them up right there, and I was able to get this unit to stop routing. And this is really a key moment in the battle, because even though they're a depleted unit, they are able to get back into the firefight here, and this was really critical to this battle. So it was good timing. I was glad I had my general unit in the area. Here's a rush by the general by General Picton staff on my Vodagers, and they're quickly going to get them to rout.
Men are running, sir.
And you can see right there, I'm rushing my general staff over to help my Vodagers out, but it's a little late at this point. I'm going to go ahead and chase that general staff unit down, and they got the beat on me and got out of there. So instead of charging the general staff unit, I feinted a charge there, and then I all of a sudden switched gears and figured I can get this rifle unit to rout pretty quickly. They're single line there, they're severely depleted, and they are skirmishers, so I figured I can get them to rout pretty quickly. And you can see my opponent counter charges with their General Picton general staff there, and you can see right here, that's my general that gets killed, but that was actually my artillery that killed my own general. I had my artillery aimed at that rifles unit, so that was a bit unfortunate for me, but you can see I was able to rout that rifles unit. I was able to chase away the general staff for the opposing army, and I still do have my Fusiliers of Line unit here, and my opponent has no infantry left. They just have a depleted general staff and that one artillery, and I have my 6-inch howitzer, my artillery à cheval, my depleted Fusiliers of Line unit, and very shortly I'll have my general staff unit back. They're gonna stop from routing in just a moment. So you can see this 5-inch howitzer gun is firing on my Fusiliers of Line unit all the way off in the distance. Here's Major General Picton right there with the top hat on. Have a feeling he's plotting something there. I don't think his battle is done. So you can see I'm running my Fusiliers of Line unit off to the right there. I'm running them off in the distance to get them out of artillery range till I can come up with a strategy for for winning this battle. But right now, there's my general staff, and they stopped from routing. Very depleted, just 8 of 18 original horsemen left, but I'm going to get them back into the battle. I'm going to go ahead and pack up my artillery there and move them forward a bit so I could put some pressure on the enemy. And you can see right there, Major General Picton has decided to charge my artillery over here. So here he comes. I'm still with heavy cannonball firing on his advancing unit. And pretty quickly here, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to canister shot as he gets a little closer. So here's my artillery cheval unit spinning around, getting ready for that general. And it's a pretty bold charge here by my opponent, I must say. I mean, this is over open ground. It's a bold maneuver. It's kill or be killed here as far as his unit goes. So I give him a lot of credit for making this charge. I have my general staff unit in support back there. You can see I am firing some canister at that approaching unit. And there goes some shots, apparently right over their head. So still I have not killed any of those units, even though I've fired a good 4 or 5 rounds on this unit. And right here at the last minute I get a shot off, and miraculously nobody on General Picton's staff was killed. I don't really know what the deal with that was, but I'm going to countercharge with my general staff, see if I can get General Picton to rout here. And you can see General Picton was on the left there. He had led the charge, doing a little fight. And right around there, you can see on the ground there, I'll point to him in a second. There he is. General Picton went down at the hand of one of my general staff sword, and they're quickly going to rout. So you can see my artillery unit routed and the General Picton staff routed, but I still have, I believe, 6 of my original general staff left, and I brought them all the way around the opponent's left flank, and I used the hill to shield myself from the artillery. And I'm going to do one final glorious charge here with my general staff and come in and melee fight this artillery unit. And you can see right here it's pretty even, but right about now is when I get the upper hand.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
And that unit is going to rout, and that's going to pretty much do it for the battle. This was an amazing battle. I give all the credit to my opponent, for hanging in there and keeping it a good battle. But this is as close as you're ever going to see. I hope you enjoyed it.